Hey guys, welcome back to 90 Day Diaries. So today we're gonna be covering a lot of people. Oh my gosh. Jenny and Samit, Ashley, Manuel, Caesar, Jamal, Tyray, Kim, and Liz.
Damn.
Honestly, I want to just cut out Jamal, but his is actually one of the shortest ones because I already cut out so many of his segment.
What?
Anyways, let's start off with Jenny and Samit. So they're gonna renew the vows, but they didn't tell Samit's parents, and Jenny's freaking out. So she's like, oh no, we didn't tell them that we wanted to renew our vows. What if they hate me all over again? Like, calm down, Jenny. Why would they?
They just recently have accepted me as his wife, and I'm just afraid that it's gonna remind her of that dark period in our life.
But they told them, and they were like, oh, okay.
Yay.
All right, let's move on.
Anyways, they're with his dad, and he asked him if he found a job yet. But he said that the jobs that are calling him back are only offering him less than $200, and that's not enough for them.
And I'm trying my best, but nobody wants to hire untrained chefs.
We've had to dig into our savings to pay for our vow renewal, but that money isn't gonna last forever.
Wait a minute. Okay, you're telling me that the limited funds that you guys have right now, you're using it to renew your vows instead of saving it for an emergency, which you guys are in right now? Like, what are you guys doing?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
So his dad offers for them to stay with them, and Jenny and Samit are just looking at each other without saying a word.
Speak up.
So that is like, well, it's gonna cut a lot of your costs, and they don't say anything again.
What the fuck?
And obviously I know that a lot of the show is scripted, but this very much looks scripted. It's like they're waiting for somebody else to read the next line in the script, and they don't know who is the next person that's supposed to read the next line in the script. I'm just like, somebody speak, anybody.
Moving here is gonna be a big help for us because you're not gonna charge us for any rent. So I would love to do that.
But Jenny just looks at him, and then she's like, why did you agree to move in without even discussing it with me? Like, come on. He kept staring at you and you didn't respond.
We can't afford to live on our own until I get a job.
I'm old enough, and I don't want to live by anyone else's house rules but my own.
Does that matter when you're both on the street?
Like, girl, get it together. Connect the dots.
So now they're talking, and she's like, what's gonna happen to our privacy? And he's like, well, I think privacy is mainly for depressed people. And I don't know why, but that had me in tears, y'all. That was so funny.
If you're not
Sometimes
depressed,
you just feel like being alone, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do. They're gonna know everything we do. Is she gonna let me have a rum and coke if I want to have a rum and coke? No?
Huh? Let's talk about that.
No, it's actually crazy. But Samit says that she's gonna be living with her best friend and they will pay no rent. And she's like, fine, because you know, what else can they do? So it's time for them to renew their vows, and it's a really long process, so we're just gonna do like a slideshow of it.
पहले आशीर्वाद दिला देते हैं फिर चुनरी उठवा देते हैं
Yay, Bobby G! My foot is asleep.
you are tied to me.
My foot is asleep.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no.
That's the end of their segment. Now for Ashley and Manuel. So for Ashley and Manuel, they actually had multiple episodes, but I was like, that's too much. Okay, let me just put them all in one episode together. So this is like 3 episodes all in one. So they're going to Houston, Texas for her to enter a bodybuilding competition, and damn, her coach is not playing. Look at those abs. Look at those thighs. The muscles? Damn, lady.
I ain't playing. I want you, and I'm gonna have you.
And Ashley's talking, but I don't know what she's saying. I think she's talking about how the poses have to be perfect or whatever. I don't know.
The whole point of the competition is for women who've lost over 100 pounds to show off all the hard work they've done, the new body that they've built and that they've created, and to celebrate themselves. And that's what I'm here to do.
Okay, so now you're there. I want you to really sway to this glute.
Now it's the day of the competition, but Manuel is not into the whole muscles thing, and he thinks that her losing stomach fat is just fine.
Ese músculo, no, escucha feo.
Oh my God, Manuel.
Ahora vamos a tu competición. Dime qué mujer es sexy con músculos.
Bitch, I'ma beat your motherfucking ass!
Esta Sufi está aguda ahí. Yo soy una mujer, no un hombre.
Manuel!
Boy, sit your fat ass down.
He's mocking her and saying that the muscles is a no-no, but like, bro, what is your problem? Like, do you seriously not want a muscle mommy? Really? Look at her. This is what Ashley can be, and you don't want that?
No.
He gonna be.
Nah, that's crazy. But also, I'm a huge woman lover. Okay, I love women in any shape, size, whatever. They can get it.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
I'm a huge woman lover. They can get it.
You are gay.
Anyways, they have to go to the competition, but things are not going as planned because Ashley lost her lanyard, which, you know, is the thing that she needs to enter the competition. Luckily, she finds it, but as they're leaving, Manuel is still in the room, so they gotta yell at him to come out, and he starts scurrying over. Then, when they get into the elevator, he tells her not to eat her little grilled chicken.
Got me fucked up, bitch.
I have to, Manuel.
No decir nada.
Manuel's attitude is pissing me off. It's feeling really dismissive. He should have just stayed home.
Yeah, what is his problem? But she goes up and she kills it. And honestly, I'm so proud of her progress. It actually kind of like motivates me to like get on my Zoom too, because as you guys know, last year I told you guys I gained like 40 pounds. It's mainly because I just keep sitting here editing all day. Like I really go out and I don't walk, because at my old job I was constantly walking, okay? But now I don't walk anymore. So my plan was, it's already set into motion. I just got to put it together. I bought a Ryzen desk so I can put my computer on it so I can stand instead of sitting down. But also my sister has like this treadmill downstairs, the one that you can take anywhere, okay? She really uses it. So I'm just going to take it. And don't worry, she gave me permission to keep it. So I'm going to put it under the desk so I can just walk and edit at the same time. I can get like 20,000 steps in doing that. Easy. Maybe even 50,000. Easy. You know what? Once I start, I'm gonna show you guys. I'll just show you guys on my watch that I haven't used since I got it for Christmas. I begged for that watch and I don't use it. This is why they're like, you don't need it. But I was like, no, I want it. I haven't used it. But once I do start using it, I'm gonna show you guys all my steps that I got on the watch, okay? Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing. I loved you. Wow, thank you.
Anyways, back to the episode.
Yo verla en el escenario me sentí muy orgulloso de ella. Ella hizo muchos sacrificios para poderse parar ahí ante con las otras mujeres y ser una de ellas.
Manuel says that he's proud of her, but he doesn't want her to go too crazy with the whole bodybuilding thing. So yeah, not shocking. But now it's time for them to name the top 10. And if she's in the top 10, then she can move on to the next stage.
If I don't make the top 10, that is a fear. Like, so much work and so much dedication and so much time and so much energy. It's all leads down to like this moment.
I watch, what's her name? Michelle McDaniel, and she used to do body competitions. And she says that it's not fun and it takes a lot on your body. So yeah.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
But fortunately for her, she placed 8th place. So back to struggling, I guess.
I placed. I am blown away that I placed 8th and I qualify for the next event. Words cannot describe how happy I am right now.
Back to Manuel. So he said that he hopes that she's doing it for her health, but also she's focused way too much on the gym and she's neglecting him and their house, and he's just not a fan of this whole thing. Back to Ashley. It's now the next day and she's telling her sister that Miguel is acting out again.
What'd I do?
I was ready to celebrate with Manuel, and before we could even start having fun, he decided to act like a spoiled little child. Surprise.
Don't act shocked.
There were 2 competitors right at the entrance, wanting to congratulate me, and he turned around and walked out and did not go back in.
He just left you?
That's exactly what he did. I don't think he cares. So sick of it.
So she's crying because he is embarrassing her and she's disgusted by him and she doesn't even want to go anywhere with him. And then she starts ranting about how he's being a negative Nancy and he isn't the center of attention.
I just placed in a bodybuilding show and you decide that you want to be a dick.
And then they were downstairs and she asked him if they were going to go to dinner together. And he's like, I don't think so. You can enjoy it by yourself since you only care about the gym.
At this point, I don't know what I'm going to do about my marriage.
It's okay.
Like, y'all, this guy clearly got issues. Like, I can understand if you're not with your partner doing something that you don't find like attractive. I get that. But also support. All she's asking for is support and you're not giving it to her. I feel like my main thing is I don't like how he's going about it. I don't like how he's talking to her and basically putting her down. It's not nice.
Death.
We haven't really talked about what happened in Texas. We honestly haven't even really interacted at all. But honestly, I'm sick of it and I'm ready to call him on it.
So she's like, you can be more receptive. And he's like, hell no. The moment you went to the gym, you went to talk to the other woman and you totally ignored me. And I sat there looking like a fucking loser. Like, what? Can she not talk to other people? Just stand there and be supportive.
¡No! Llevo a esperarte como estúpido como 10 minutos. A ver si mi esposa me tomaba en cuenta.
Americans can earn reward money from ICE for providing tips to find people who are in the U.S. illegally.
This was a game.
911.
Officer, right there.
FBI,
come on in, fellas.
Somos allá por mí. Somos allá por mi competición, Manuel. Tú sabes eso antes de tú y yo salir. Somos en Texas por mi competición de bodybuilding.
Okay. Pero no me gustan músculos. Yo me casé con una mujer, no con un hombre.
Electric chair.
Manuel, you freaking suck. But then he has the audacity to say that she can do as she pleases because he supports her. Like, is the support in the freaking room with us right now? Because I don't see it. So she lets him know straight up that no, he doesn't support her. And he's like, oh, okay. And so she leaves and says that she doesn't want to be with somebody that doesn't support her. And yeah, I agree with her.
Fuck that bitch.
Moving on to Caesar. Do you guys remember Caesar? Quick reminder, he's 52 years old. He had an online Ukrainian girlfriend named Maria, who he dated for 5 years.
So I booked a plane ticket to Mexico, planning to propose to her, but she never showed up.
Maybe it's really not our luck to be together in this life.
So does that mean it's over? Is that it? Was it over when? So.
Wow. Holy cow, that's crazy. I mean, I don't know how you...
So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna just go straight to the source. So he went to Ukraine to find love. He met a nice girl, but then Russia invaded and she decided to stay in Ukraine. So because of that, they broke up.
Wow.
So now to the present day, his friend has set him up on a double date and he's trying to go because he hasn't banged anybody in 12 years.
I haven't had sex in 12 years. And, you know, I'm not really trying to jinx it. I just need to be really, really prepared. So that way, when I go in, I feel confident. You know, I'm not second guessing myself. I can just be ready and just, you know, knock it right out the park.
Oh my gosh. He has really good self-control. Him and Tyray, because they could easily just go out and find like a prostitute or like somebody to like they can pay to like bang. But they're like, no. I want real love and I want to bang the person I love. So to prepare himself for his blind date, he's going to go get waxed.
It already feels like it hurts already. I feel like it hurts already. You tell me before we get started?
Yeah.
Does that help? Yeah, no, not really. What is it?
Oh my gosh, y'all, I hate pain. Like, I hate it so bad. I refuse to get waxed, okay? Nothing wrong with the razor and shaving cream. It'll never do you dirty.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
I don't care. I really just wish that I could just meet someone and I have a wife, and I'm just really afraid that I'll never find love, you know? And I'm really afraid that this might be my last chance.
Maybe, just maybe, find somebody your own age in America. Just saying. Anyways, he's on his way to his blind date and he wants to make sure that he doesn't just look good, but also he smells good too.
Nice.
Hey, hey!
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Desiree, how you doing? What's going on?
Hi.
What's up? Wonderful. Yeah.
Oh, honestly, they don't look like they have the same vibe at all. But the date is going, well.
Yeah, well, I had like a Japanese sex doll and I had to wear it for like 2 big months.
All right, I like the honesty.
No. Very transparent. No, I'm just joking.
You sure about that?
Anyways, he really likes her and wants another date, and she actually says yes. So yay for Caesar. Hopefully it doesn't end with just 2 dates. Moving on to Jamal.
This friendship has really became a brotherhood. I talk to both of them every day.
All right, that's enough of that. Now for Tyray, Kim, and Liz. I'm saying those 3 because their segment is all like bunched into one for some reason. Okay, let's do Tyray first. So Tyray's trying to move to San Diego for a fresh new start. So he hops on a plane to meet up with a couple of friends first. And the first one is Kimberly.
Hey! My San Diego, buddy.
What's up, Kimberly?
Good, how you
Long
doing?
time no see.
Oh, man.
Are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
But y'all, when I was first watching this scene, my first thought was, who the fuck is recording Kimberly? Then she moves her camera around and I see this random ass dude recording.
Where the fuck you even come from, bitch? Who are you?
Hi. Anyways, we're gonna move forward. Kim tells us that she started off with Usman, then they broke up.
But I feel like it was just way too many sacrifices I was making. We were arguing all the time. We couldn't agree on anything. And I just felt it was better for me just to walk away.
That is so funny that that's her reasoning, because in Usman's reasoning, it's because that he wanted a second wife. So I just thought that was interesting.
I don't even want to be around you, seriously. And until you do, you won't get the back. When you prove it to me, then you'll get it back. I'm not giving it.
Oh my God, this is funny.
Oh, is it funny?
Very funny.
Is this funny too?
Yeah, get him, Kimberly. But also, she should have known better than getting with such a young guy that obviously didn't care for her. Anyways, they meet up with Liz. She reminds us of her relationship with Jason, which we don't need a reminder of. But Tyray tells us what's going on with him and Shannon. And you guys remember Shannon? She's the girl that they kind of like peer pressure him to kiss on the tell-off for everybody to see, which I thought was kind of weird, because why would you guys do that?
Yeah. Why not? I'm so into it.
All right. Oh, God.
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
So Shannon and I tried to start dating, but because I live 6 hours away in Modesto, couldn't figure out a way to make it work. Which is sad because I felt like we could have had something. This could have been my real first relationship. But maybe if I do decide to move to San Diego, we could make things work.
Honestly, he should, because it looked like him and Shannon had like a real genuine connection, even though it was like kind of awkward at first because, what they did. But yeah, he should definitely pursue that. But then Kim starts talking about a guy that slid into her DMs, and this guy low-key looks like Usman.
Huh?
Wait, never mind. I think it was the angle, but no, he doesn't. But she said that she was talking to him before she met Usman.
I've known him 5, maybe 6 years. Oh, he is very handsome. And the sex is good. So there's that.
Oh my.
I really just don't want to go out with them because I don't know if Benjamin is like husband material right now. Like he doesn't have any kids. He's like a bachelor,
Right, yes. Absolutely.
Anyways, Kim is going on a date with Benjamin and Tyray's going on a date with Shannon. And as for Liz, her man is going to be restationed.
I'm really hoping that Jason's going to be stationed somewhere close by, because if that isn't the case, I really have to figure out if I want to hang on to this relationship.
Tyray asked her if she's going to do long distance and she says no. And that was actually really surprising because how she spoke of him, I thought that they could get through like anything, but I guess long distance really isn't for everybody. Anyways, Tyray goes apartment shopping in San Diego, and not gonna lie, that place looks good. But the price is $2,050 a month, and I'm thinking, damn. And he's also thinking, damn.
I would like to stay under like the 2,000 if I can,
I know rent is higher in San Diego than it is in Modesto, but I really don't want him to use that as an excuse. I feel like he has trouble following through with things, and I don't want anything to hamper him not coming here or just living his own life.
Shut your stupid ass.
What? That seems like a good excuse to me. Plus, I'm not paying for something I can't afford just so I can learn to be like independent. Plus, y'all, I live with my parents, okay? I pay $500 every month for rent to my dad. And to me, that's a steal. I cannot imagine moving out at my age because, I am at that age where I should have been moved out already. But I cannot imagine what people my age are doing with all these high rents. And like the job market is so ass right now too. And it's just like, I don't know. I honestly don't know how a lot of you guys are living right now because everything is just so expensive. Are y'all not in debt? Like, I feel like I would be in debt. Anyways, Liz and her man. So he got 3 options of where to move: Japan, Spain, or Seattle.
Seattle could work. It's only like a 2 or 3 hour flight from San Diego.
Right, but that's still long distance.
Girl, at least it's not another country, but also they have been dating for only like 11 months. So yeah, I wouldn't move. Honestly, I wouldn't move.
Obviously, I have to go to one of those 3. I can't just like not go. So I think Seattle would be the most beneficial in case you wanted to move with me.
She said that she's going to think about it and talk to her daughter about it. But her main thing is that she doesn't want to move just for the relationship to fail, because remember, she did that for Ed and we already know how that turned out.
I want to be single, work on my career, and
stuck with you through everything.
Oh. All right.
Anyways, Kim is going on her date with Benjamin, and she's nervous because she hasn't been on a date in 2 years. Also, she hasn't gotten laid in 2 years. So, yeah, still much better than Caesar.
Oh, good. We're bowling in the private dining room. Private. How long do we want to go for? Ew. You mean bowling? Bowling. When you haven't had sex in 2 years, every single thing seems like an innuendo.
Honestly, I feel like she's going out with him just to get laid.
Anyway, let me go play with some balls.
Ew. Girl, she wants some dick and she wants it now.
Why don't you help me bowl?
You know what I'm saying?
So I grab the balls, right?
Yeah, you
ball.
Lord have mercy.
We are going to pretend we didn't hear that.
Anyway, she invites him over for dinner, and you already know what's gonna happen afterwards.
You're nasty.
Now for Tyray and his date with Shannon, but it starts a bit awkward.
Did you enjoy yourself? I know I didn't. I did not watching that. I wanted to gouge my own eyes out.
Oh my gosh, not his awkward laugh again. Y'all remember when he did that all the time on his dates? Like every single date without fail. Ha 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 ha. So she bought him a gift, and it's a cup that has his name on it and coordinates of when they first met. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that's a really thoughtful gift.
That's really sweet that she gave me a gift. You know, maybe she does like me. I'm just getting into a negative headspace. I just need to breathe and enjoy the moment and not get too much into my head.
But he tells her that he's thinking of moving out here, and she's like, oh my gosh, that is great news. And she actually seems excited, and she says that she wants to hang out with him more.
Aww. I'm really excited for what the future holds, you know?
Thank you so much for this. I got you.
Now you'll remember me forever.
That was just beautiful.
Anyways, now for Liz and Jason. So they're driving to San Diego, and it's a 16 to 20 hour drive.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Now that we're officially living together, how long can I go without having to shave my legs?
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
2 to 3 days.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
I'm not trying to feel like a tarantula or anything.
Y'all, I think he's serious, and that's crazy.
Can I pee in the shower?
Man, you stupid bitch!
No, absolutely not. That's disgusting.
What? But you're already in the shower and it's going down the drain, and then, like I said, you're in the shower, so you're getting washed again. You know what? I don't think that's a bad thing, okay? If you want to pee in the shower, go ahead and pee in the shower. Nobody's gonna judge you except Jason. Jason got some weird red flags. I don't like that.
Seize him. Cut his throat.
Anyways, they get into the new house, and all I can think of is who set up that first camera before they even got there. You know, it just keeps reminding me of like those vlogs that people do where they'll like set things up before they're like, oh, wake up with me. But you know, they kind of already set up the camera first, and then they went back to bed and they're pretending to like yawn. Or they're pretending to like wake up and then yawn. So dumb.
Now we're starting our lives in a new city, in a new state. It's a huge risk for me to leave everything behind in San Diego again. I have already dealt with the consequences of it once before, and I don't want to have to deal with that again. But I know right now in this moment, it feels like the right move.
Anyways, at the end, the group all meets up and they're all talking about like updates or whatever. Kim didn't say whether she got laid or not. Tyray didn't kiss Shannon, and Liz says that she doesn't cry anymore because, you know, Ed. Anyways, that's the end of this episode, and that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.